waiting a little bit. This is, I've heard that you've all been doing a bunch of these digital, editor events. This is our first, so excited to be here. I'm Laura. My name is Laura for those I haven't met yet, and I've been running Biologique Recherche's U.S. operations for, I would say, close to 7 years now. I was living in Paris before that. I'm sure you're familiar with the brand, but just a really quick kind of recap of what makes us a little bit different. Our philosophy and our methodology is very much centered around what we call the skin instant, which is a very biodynamic way of approaching the skin. So we really don't categorize skin in, oily, God bless you, oily and dry skin. And we try to look at it, every single day, depending on your diet, depending on external factors, depending on COVID, not COVID, and travel, your skin can really change. And so what we try to do both in the spa, but of course right now very much so in a home care approach, is to give the tools and the products and the knowledge and know how to adapt your skincare to your changing needs. Our services and company is over 40 years old now. We've been in the US for over 2 decades. And of course with, and that's kind of why we're here today to talk a little bit about this, right now, though professional services are the backbone of Biologique's methodology, unfortunately, that's not a possibility except for in some lucky states that have already started to reopen, and we're seeing that in the South with Texas and Georgia and so forth. But it's really underscored the need for kind of home care, self-care and wellness, and the importance of what we're doing at home, in partnership with, hopefully when we get to go back, what's happening in the spa. So there's really a synergistic kind of methodology centered around both the spa care and of course the home care. And today with us, I think she needs no introduction, but Donna, who's been working with the brand since the beginning of our adventure in the United States, who successfully opened her spa initially in Philadelphia, and then a few years ago now opened her amazing New York location, which is, I decided to move to the street that Donna has her spa in. I live on 19th Street as well. So Donna, if you'd like to introduce yourself, that would be fantastic.
Yes, so hi everybody. So many of you probably knows me as Danuta. That's my written name in Polish. I'm Polish and I own Rescue Spa. I started 16 years ago in Philadelphia, although I spent my youth in New York working at other spas, mainly at Paul Labrec, and that's where I was fortunate enough to meet Aida Bikash and to actually, I only wanted to work with a spa that will carry Biologique Recherche. So I've been using Biologique Recherche for almost 30 years. I've been so fortunate to meet original founders and train with them and spend time with them. And I often say that the original founder, Ivan Alush, was like a Picasso of skincare because he had so many innovative ideas and he brought them at that time, to skincare where women were basically just using they were going from bar of soap to surgery. There weren't that many in between things. And for some of you, that might be your mom's times or even grandma times. But, I've been through that time and I remember I've been using P50 for almost 30 years. I'm in my 50s. And I've been doing electric current facials for this time. So those things are super popular now and rightfully so. And I cannot be even happier that a generation of 20-year-olds, even 16-year-olds and 30-year-olds are taking care of their skin now. So, the beauty and skincare is, it's a trend. And, in this COVID time, we're just even finding out that it's a bigger trend than ever, because even for myself, I'm speaking from myself, I haven't gotten not a quarter and got another outfit or anything like that. I'm thinking, wow, maybe some loungewear or something like that. But, I'm looking at things like, do I need a candle? And am I missing a thing in my skincare? Because I have that time to do a regimen and to do self-care. So, you know, I'm an esthetician first. I always say that I did probably thousands of facials in my life. And by practicing that, by, you know, I sort of compare your guys' writers, I sort of compare, it's when you wrote your first essay and where you are now, it's just like the words come to you so magically. That's how the treatments and massage techniques come to me, because, you know, by virtue of doing so many, I feel like I can read the skin. So, so I think and I still have that passion for it. So even if I'm a business owner, I still love touching and doing facials. So in this time, you know, I think the best way we can reach out and touch and connect with people, which people need that connection, it's virtually. So I'm really pleased to meet you guys. And I hope someday to give you facials.
We hope so too, I think. I think everyone can agree to that.
Biologique Recherche, of course.
Thank you. So we kind of structured this in an informal conversation. We'd love to hear your questions, of course, a little bit later, but we thought some of the things that we could share is sort of, you know, why is the Biologique Recherche method part of self-care? And then some of the tips and the techniques that Donna is going to share about, you know, straight from the treatment room that you can do at home. And then, of course, you know, everything, you know, we always have the seasonal approach as well to changing our regimens, and maybe some of the expert skincare tips and routines around the summer regimen and how to switch up your skincare for the new season. So Donna, maybe a little bit about, you know, we're talking about the mental benefits of self-care. What does that mean to you? How do you see that right now?
So I think incorporating good regimens and bringing a little bit of joy in those sad times, that's what we can do for ourselves. So the joy of drawing a bath, the joy of, you know, as I said, lighting a candle, or maybe putting on, you know, a nicer outfit when you are at home, even for yourself, it's super important. Or even putting on that little bit of lipstick. And there are days where you like, you know, walk in pajamas and you don't feel like doing anything. But then some other days it's like, okay, enough already. I'm going back to me being a girl, or being, you know, a human being when you're doing that. And skincare comes in because you're really touching yourself and giving that self-care, self-love. And with Biologique, it is pretty amazing that with the products are basically like artist tools. So you can mix and match. You can really create your own customized treatment. And one of the reasons I love BR is because it's so comprehensive. You don't have to go and reach for 20 different companies and question if this product will work with that. There is like a certain rhythm and a stage to everything. So you set that stage and you start with your cleansing. You put that milky cleanser. I sort of took a couple products with me here, like the VIP O2 cleanser. Mm-hmm. So you put that on your in your palms, you massage it in, and you remove your makeup. You double cleanse, and you learn how to touch. You really kind of have to use your hands, and that self massage that provides like oxygenation, brings a little bit of color to your skin. It regenerates, and it starts that, you know, beautiful treatment. You can have your favorite music going, so you can, you know, move around because we're sitting in our chair. So it's nice to kind of create your whatever that works for you. I often like wear like just like a little skirt and just sort of move around and have fun with it. And then after double cleansing, you know, there is of course P50, which is like an amazing product itself. And now we have many versions of P50, so we can, you know, really customize. I generally advise to have 2 formulas of the P50 because, as Laura mentioned, our skin instant is different, maybe in the morning, different in the afternoon, and then you can kind of adjust the strength. Those who know me, they know I love P50 1970, the original formula, but I always have something lighter like P50W with me. So on those days when I feel drier or more sensitive or basically stressed out. When I'm stressed out, I like things very gentle, because my skin quickly reacts to that. And I think in days like we are now, like, you know what I mean? There are days that we are like literally the anxiety comes up and you want something more calming. So I feel like the touching your skin using calming products can kind of provide a calming, soothing effect for your soul as well. So you use different P50s. So I have like here the P50 1970 and then P50V. Okay, the new formula. The P50V or W, they are more enriched in like soothing agents, vitamins, so it's a little bit easier to use. And then, of course, the next step with Biologique, it's kind of like doing your facial at home, it's masking. And here too, you have this beautiful plethora of masks. And again, you can choose different formulations. I would say like Mask Vernix is kind of like a mask. It comes as like a creamy, beautiful texture. It's basically provides baby skin, and it's a great as a rehydration, nutrition, and this is the type of mask that I love, especially during quarantine times, because you can put it on and walk around for an hour or two, and it just kind of absorbs and makes your skin super glowy and remarkable.
Donna, I want to add on that. Actually, we've had a lot of healthcare professionals reach out to the brand because of, you know, the damage to their hands from all the sanitizing and washing, the damage to their face. I mean, they've sent photos that are incredible, just with the irritation on the nose area due to the mask and so forth. And this is really one of the products that during COVID, we've recommended, and we've sent samples of, along with, of course, the hand creams and so forth. But it is such a repairing product. Donna, maybe you want to say just a little bit about that. I mean, I know that we're not wearing masks as much as healthcare professionals, but
yeah, we kind of call it as a second skin. It basically helps to rebuild the skin. It was developed in a manner that mimics your own skin rebuilding. So I really love how it works on any skin types, because if you're acneic and you have post-acne breakouts and you need some healing, so it's a healer. So I would say really, and at this time, as I said, we do need healing, because our skin is the largest organ and reflects how we feel, reflects you know, where we go through. So if it's a healthcare worker, we've been actually supporting quite a bit here in Philadelphia as well, and we get like amazing, you know, response and thank you because of wearing masks. But all of us, we have to wear masks these days, and they are, you know, if we're going out or anything like that, and it's really taking care of your skin in that area. It's so important. So, so once you're done with masking, you remove your mask, and then you have different types of serums in Biologique, and that's why I'm calling it super comprehensive, because you really tackle different problems. So you have the quintessential serums that are focusing mostly on repairing, rebuilding, regenerating your skin. And then you have the targeted serums that are more, you know, answer to your actual problems. Is it a pigmentation? Is it dehydration and so forth? And then you have, you know, specific moisturizers. That's also, you can choose morning and evening and so forth, and then finishing serum. So it's, I know it looks like it's like 7-8 products, but if, you know, not each time you need to use mask, and maybe not each time you will use all the serums, but in today's world where skincare is, you know, super popular, I think that's why VR is so popular, because it's very, you know, active ingredients, and it works and it produces results. And
yep. Thank you. I mean, you know, I think we're going to open it up also soon for some questions, but I did want to say one of the, on a brand perspective, and Donna, maybe you can confirm if you're seeing this, but we've been seeing that there's a big shift also in in our audiences looking for more body care products, which was a very, kind of surprising shift because as a brand, obviously people just know us for our face methodologies. The body care is phenomenal. It's also equally as results driven, maybe even more hyper-focused with different thematics like, treating, not rosacea for the skin, but stretch marks, treating cellulite and, the aspect of the skin, firming and so forth. We've actually sold out of body products. We're restocking them right now. But I found that it's been an amazing shift to see that people are, taking the time, I guess, maybe because they have a little bit more time now to really focus on, this holistic approach to their care and their body. Donna, is that something that you've also?
We definitely do that with our online store, and I think it's because we can't go to the gym. We all kind of like, just doing things like food and maybe taking care of our own bodies. So I really make an effort to draw that back and take care of my body, and maybe I'm pretty excessive with that, but I'm one of those people who exfoliates. I can do dry brushing, then I do exfoliation with P50 and oils and creams and different cream on my cellulite areas, different creams on my bust and décolleté. But you take an enjoyment in that, and you see results, and I think it's a really healthy approach, and I think it's been overdue to make sure that we do take care of our body, our skin, on our body, because it's still the same skin. The thickest is on our feet, and then the thinnest on our eyelids, but it's still the same skin. It just has a different needs. So if you take care of the face, but your neck and your body is dry and rough, it's not that fun.
Yeah. Right. And then I just want to jump in really quick. Is there any way that you could show us how to incorporate a facial massage at home, how we work that into our routines, or is there any tips or techniques you could show us?
So in terms of facial massage with Biologique, I love to perform that with cleanser, okay? So you use a few drops of cleanser. It's kind of hard for me, but you put, it's like a pretty ample amount in your hands. You massage it in, and you start right in the middle. It's a very good, line. You start in the middle and you go up. Okay, our neck and our chest is very important. So you would start on your chest, going up, 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 and out. Once you get here, you have to think about your lymphatic area. So you just go down gently and you touch the clavicle. So you kind of release that lymphatic. But then with the facial, just going up and up and thinking about the muscle attachment. You see, I'm in my 50s, so if I lift this area, you see, I'm already lifted. You could see. Same with my eyelids. So yeah, I would always secure here at the attachment and then tap. All right. So any kind of effleurage, you want to be semi-firm, but you have to feel good, and you don't want to stretch the skin. You never want to pull vigorously. If you don't know, it's better to touch and tap and kind of gentle pinch than pulling in any form, and never going down and pulling down, because you want everything to go up. So you basically lifting everything. And I always say that when they do surgery, they'll cut here, they attach it behind the ear, and you're like pulled basically. So you want to create that, that kind of feeling, but also feeling of like a fuller cheeks. So you don't flatten the cheeks, you kind of just sculpt them, go up.
Okay, got it. And so you do that with the cleanser? Do you do that with
cleanser? Because Biologique cleanser is like a treatment. So you start like a hydrating treatment stage. I wouldn't do that directly removing makeup, but as a second cleanse, it's phenomenal because it's very hydrating. It has already, especially the oxygenating cleanser, has an oxygenating ingredients and just brightens, evens out the skin tone. and prepares your skin to receive all the other treatments. So it's almost like you do a warm-up, you're at the gym, you do a warm-up first before you start doing weights and things like that. You kind of have to warm up your skin as well. So that welcoming massage that we do in BR treatment is so well thought out. It seems like a simple thing, but it's a very, very important step. It's almost like, as I said, stretch or warm up before your workout. You would never go and just like, boom. It's always better to, you know, to warm up the body and then, you know, do the rest. And with skin, especially now that we're sitting in front of computers, UV light, I think it's important to bring that flow, that glow, that life to the skin. And so massage is super, you know, super important.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I also, we have quite a bit of videos you can watch on our site, and Biologique Recherche has this amazing videos. Recently, Laura has been doing amazing job with technicians and trainers, and there's just so much material. I think in terms of how to do your BR treatment at home, how to do your own skincare, that is incredible.
Do you guys want to open it up to some questions since we're winding? I mean, we can go on forever, but we'll spare you. I wanted to, a quick reminder, the latest product launch, you know, that got kind of caught right before all this COVID was the Sérum de Teint, which is our first ever tinted skincare product. Accent on the fact that it's a skincare product first. It has, one of the amazing things is it is formulated for all skin instance, which is very rare with Biologique Recherche. Mainly, we don't have very many products that are valid across the board. So it just provides a very kind of unifying coverage. It has a long-lasting moisturizing power. And to Donna's point, it also actually has the UV like blue light filtering as well, benefits in that. And that aside, I think we'd love to hear from you guys, questions, comments that we can gladly answer, you know, on anything rescue or BR.
The serum taint, I just want to add a few words about the serum taint. Anytime I think of makeup, I always think of it as skin friendly, because if it has those heavy oils or things like that that might clog your pores, that's not a good thing. You want something lightweight and skin friendly, which is like a treatment. So the serum de teint is amazing. And I always feel like for most skins, especially sensitive skin, sensitized skin in general, and sometimes skin that is under stress. Basically, sometimes acneic skin or skin with breakouts is like a stress skin. It's a great way to wear as a protective layer. It's like wearing a little stocking in the winter. You know, it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it keeps you nice and protected.
Right, and it's perfect for summer.
Yeah.
Gives you that nice, beautiful, healthy glow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love it. Okay, great. Do you guys have any questions you would like to ask or anything to add? If not, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing that a lot of friends and family that their faces are either breaking out more rosacea, more acne. Are you hearing that from a lot of your clients? And do you think it's stress related? You know, are you recommending them change their regimen? And then you have some people saying, oh, my skin has never looked better because I'm not wearing makeup, I'm taking care of myself. So I guess there's, you know, both ends of the spectrum there.
I'm in the first one. I really am lucky not to have problematic skin, but really at the onset of COVID, my skin did a 180 and it's been very problematic. I mean, I think stress, of course. Donna, I'm going to let you take over. I think there are so many factors. Yeah.
I think stress, and I think how we process stress. So we always have to think of skincare as like, and taking a comprehensive approach to it, and really spend time on relaxation, meditation. Even when we do Biologique treatment, there is always that welcoming massage, that relaxation, breathing in, breathing out. So I don't know, for me, meditation has been super helpful, but still stress has an effect on our skin. And then because we are stressed out, we might not be doing our regimen as regularly as we normally do, because we are out of our routines. And a routine, that's why it's called skincare regimen or skincare routine. It means you do that regularly. So, so for those who are able to create more relaxing environment and really go for that at-home skincare regimen, it's probably easier for those who tackle a lot and might be stressed out, and the new environment, new routines, not going to the gym. For me, for example, like I miss my yoga studio. I go on my mat as regular as I can, but I last there 15, 20 minutes, the longest, and I'm used to going for an hour and a half yoga. So that's the thing that I miss the most, and that just sort of shakes me out of my routine. So I know I have to step in and mask more just to keep my skin good.
And also,
Yeah,
one other thing. Oh, sorry,
Laura. I was going to say dietary. I know we have more time eating. For example, I don't eat ice cream every day, but now I'm like, oh, after dinner, on the couch,
or drinking, having a glass of wine a little bit more.
Yeah. Small guilty pleasures.
But I will say one other thing, and it's funny, but I think you guys are probably the most pertinent audience for it, is how many products people are using. And I hear this from editors all the time when we're talking with them. There's so much, so many brands out there like ourselves who are, offering the opportunity to try the products and test the products. And I think that it's very difficult to find an ecosystem in which these multiple brands, without knowing how they interact with each other, can function. And so we try to, of course, prone, and it's not really a sales approach, but because the BR methodology is such a comprehensive one, and we do have so many products, over 100 for the face, we try to prone an approach where we're like, listen, at least try the methodology kind of on its own, and then build in your hero favorite products that you love, little by little. But Donna, maybe like a few words or something.
That's what I want to say, what really, it's been my motto at Rescue Spa, because I meet, different customers. There are some who don't use so much skincare. There are some who are minimal, not only a certain type of products and so forth. And there are some who are using different kind of, I call them, they are on the skincare buffet. And, and it's a little bit like with buffet breakfast. It's good maybe one time, but then you need to go back and do a la carte. So I always say that let's put you on a skincare diet. That means you're not going to be using so much less, but you're going to be using things that work synergistically together. Mm-hmm. And it makes sense. So it's almost like staying on the simple routine of cleansing, exfoliating with a P50, masking, serum, moisturizer, finishing serum, give or take, either or, but it's simple, it follows, and between 2-3 weeks, you always have to allow at least 3 weeks for things to work because of that skin regenerating cycle, even sometimes 2-3 cycles to really see results. And sometimes we also notice people say, oh, after P50, my skin is pink. It takes a little bit of time. So it's the same like workout. You don't run marathon without, preparing steps. You first go for a 15-minute walk, and then you add another 5 minutes and so forth, and it takes time to develop routine or habit.
And instant gratification.
Yeah, well, but even after that 15-minute walk, it's a pretty good gratification. So we have to be also grateful for small results too. There's no massive results right away, so it's little by little. And cumulatively over time and over years, you really start noticing, oh, thank God I've been taking care of my skin. Thank God I haven't been in the sun as much as my mom or so forth. So that's how you sort of see results of your hard work.
So thank you so much, Donna. And if you guys don't have any questions, thanks for sharing your time with us. Really appreciate everyone joining and tuning in. Hope everyone is staying healthy and safe. And if you have any questions, after this pertaining to anything we discussed or didn't, feel free to just email, our amazing CMM team.
Yeah. Also, if you have any personal questions in a way,
Yeah, or Donna.
I'm more than happy to offer that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye,
Have a good
guys.
day.
Thanks so
Bye.
much. Bye.
Bye.